Good day, ma'am. My report is part of the report or discussion of the Group 6. Rule 61, Preliminary Evaluation. Section 285, Submission of Counter Affidavit of Respondents. The submission of counter affidavit shall be as follows. It have three step-by-step process of the submission of the counter affidavit. First, evaluator on case shall, after 5 working days, send a copy of complaint, including attached affidavits of witness and or evidence, and after inspection report to the respondents. After 5 days or within 5 days, should be itong evaluator on case will send or submit a copy, no, of the complaint uh, regarding the witness and evidence, and also the report of the after inspection report of the respondents. Second, respondents shall be given a period of 7 working days to submit his or her counter affidavit to SOCIA or its authorized representative. Mm. Within 7 days, ang respondent must submit the counter affidavit sa SOCIA or any of its authorized or representative. Third, upon receipt upon receipt of counter affidavit from respondents, including affidavits of witness and evidence, the elevator on case shall, within 7 days, determine if there is existence of probable cause to warrant the filing of a formal charge. After respondents submit or file his counter affidavit, including the witnesses and evidence, now itong evaluator, bibigyan siya ng 7 days, to determine kung meron bang presence ng probable cause, so that makapag-file na sila ng formal charge. Next is Section 286, Filing of Formal Charge. After the finding of probable cause, the investigating officer shall formally charge under oath and respondents. The formal charge shall contain the following. After sa after they determine if there is a presence of probable cause, now they can file a formal charge. So these are the specification of charge, a video statement of material or relevant facts, and the presence, if any, of other details relative to the charges. Next is Section 287, Assignment of Summary Hearing Officers. The CEMD, SOCIA, or the CRCSU concerned shall, within the 5 days from receipt and docketing of the complaint, designate a PCO, a summary hearing officer, and transmit to him her the document on the case. After ma-receive na ng EMD, SOCIA, or CSU yung docketing of complaint, now they will now designate a summary hearing officer. Next, Section 288, Procedures in the Court Preliminary Evaluation. The following shall be step-by-step action in the Court of Preliminary Evaluation. First, if the complaint is approved for preliminary evaluation by the RCSU concerned or by CMD SOCIA, it shall first be docketed in the evaluation doc report book by stamping the time and date of receipt, recording and assigning a case number, and designating the investigator evaluator in case who shall conduct the investigation or evaluation. So after approve ng SOCIA or EMD yung complaint for a preliminary evaluation, it shall be docketed sa evaluation docket book, indicating the time and date and also the corresponding case number, and also it will designate or choose the who will be the holding investigator or evaluator on case that will conduct investigation evaluation. So second, the investigation evaluation shall include the examination of records and documents submitted by parties, complainant and respondents, as well as documents readily available from other government offices for the purpose of determining the existence of probable cause. The investigating officer shall, at her discretion, schedule a meeting of both parties for clarificatory matters. So during the investigation or evaluation, it will be also involve or kasama pag-examine yung records or documents na ibibigay or isasabit ng both parties. Ito ay sila complainant and respondents. So after ma-determine or i-determine pa lang ng investigator on case kung merong bang presence of probable cause. And right after at his or her discretion of the investigating officer, will schedule a meeting of both parties, no, for clarificatory matters. The next third, if necessary, both parties may be required to appear for clarificatory questioning, provided that they are notified within 3 days prior to the scheduled appearance. The investigator before whom the said documents were identified and affirmed must so indicate such facts in the minutes of proceedings to include matters clarified and attach the same with the records of the case. So, if kinakailangan ng parties, they are required to appear for a clarificatory meeting or questioning, provided na they are notified prior to 3 days of scheduling appearance. Also, the investigator must identify or affirm the documents that will be used to use or to establish the facts in the during the proceedings. Next, number 4, the PSA, PSTA, CGF, GSF, or the PSP respondent complained of may then submit his comment counter affidavit within 5 days after the appearance and clarificatory meeting was held, provided, however, the failure of the respondents to submit his comment counter affidavit shall be construed as a waiver on his or her part. No motion for extension time to submit comment counter affidavit or any of other dilatory motions shall be allowed except upon meritorious causes and the feeling thereof does not interrupt the reglementary period for the submission of the comment counter affidavit. So the respondent's complaint, his or they can now submit a comment or counter affidavit within 5 days, and also the appearance in declaratory meeting if required or needed. However, if yung respondent fail to submit ang kanyang comment or counter affidavit, ngayon ang kanyang counter affidavit will now become a construed as waiver, and it will result for no motion for extension time to submit. Next is number 5. Any recommendation by the investigator on case upon endorsement of the chief RCSU concerned or chief EMD SOCIA shall be approved, disapproved by the chief SOCIA. So, any recommendation na may bibigay ng investigator on case shall be first be approved or get the approval of the chief of the SOCIA. Next, for 6, in the event that the investigator recommend for the closing dropping of a complaint, the complainant may file a motion for investigation in 5 days on receipt of the report. The chief SOCIA shall be the approving authority for all motions. Only one motion for investigation shall be allowed. It shall be resolved within 15 days or 15 working days from receipt thereof. So, if the investigator will recommend na ipa-close or i-draft ang complaint ng respondent, or the offended party, sorry, now the complainant makaka-file siya ng motion for investigation within 5 days upon na receipt ng report. And now the chief social will act as the approving authority, no? If he can grant for motion or investigation, and it only uses or wants to invoke the right of motion for investigation, and it will be resolved within 15 days. Next, number 7, after the preliminary evaluation, a probable cause is found to exist. The case investigating officer shall recommend in his preliminary evaluation report the conduct of a summary hearing of case. The chief RCSU concerned for the chief EMD SOSHA as the case may be shall designate a PCU to act as the summary hearing officer. So if itong during the preliminary evaluation, they identified or there is a presence of probable cause. Now the investigating officer will now recommend for a preliminary evaluation report and also to conduct a summary hearing of the case. And right after, the chief RCSU will now designate a PCU to act or to serve as the summary officer or summary hearing officer. Last, any recommendation by the investigator or on case upon endorsement of chief RCS concern or the chief EMD so shall be disapproved by the SOSHA, chief of SOSHA. And also, if there is a recommendation coming from the investigator on case, now the chief of SOSHA will approve the recommendation or disapprove. Next, section 289, formal charge sheet must contain the appropriate docket entries and must be duly recognized in official records. The office tasked by the regulatory office to maintain the records of the administrative case shall enter the case into its official docket, the stamping on the face of the formal charge, the time and date of receipt, and assigned case number. The case shall be formally filed and pending upon receipt and entry of the same in the official docket of the regulatory office. So, the formal charge sheet, it must only contain or composed of the necessary facts or appropriate docket entries, no, that will record it in the official records. And also the office does task the yung office na nakatask na to maintain or to regulate the regulatory office will have the jurisdiction to keep the record or the documents. So that's all. Thank you.